because they were stupid about something having to do with trade in a country, and I straightened it out. But I blew my stack at these people.
Well, it sounds
talking to
Mr. President, can I just follow up? You mentioned your voice and you were shouting about trade. Which country in particular upset you with India?
No, a country wanted to try and renegotiate the terms of their trade deal, and I wasn't happy about it.
Well, which country was it? People want to know.
Why would I say that to you? Why would I? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Press. Thank you, Press.
Thank you, projects.
Thank you.
Thank you, photographers. Thank you, guys, for
Thank you, Press.
Thank you, guys. Who are you yelling at?
Thank you, Press. Thank you, Press.
Keep going. You're going to sell that.
God damn, he sounds and looks like shit, bro. What is happening? Dude, he's been having a rough go at it. The entire country discussing whether or not he's off former President Bill Clinton, blasting the Phantom of the Opera soundtrack at the White House. White House's Twitter account is consistently posting about how he has sex with his female wife as opposed to Bill Clinton. That part has been so funny, at least from my perspective, watching them just consistently Melania post to be like, excuse me, the president actually loves having sex with his woman wife and not gay sex with the former President Bill Clinton. As a matter of fact, I'll have you know. It's been pretty hilarious because like they didn't post like that nonstop. This is a relatively new phenomena. They have suspiciously been posting that nonstop. Yeah, we all know why Throatus's throat is sore. Okay, we know what's going on. We know what's up. We know what's popping. Don't even try to deny it, sir. Have you heard the rumors that Bubba is probably referring to that French guy who suspiciously died in jail as well?
They've been a great ally. They've got to like.
Mark Epstein came out and said that Bubba is not Bill Clinton, not that Trump didn't s someone off. Who cares?
Yes, very much. Look at the Iran situation, what we did in terms of obliterating, we obliterated their nuclear capability. Yeah, I will say that we will be doing that. We'll be selling F-35s.
Mr. President, to clarify something you posted on Truth Social last night. You urged House Republicans to vote in favor of this Epstein release bill they're going to vote on tomorrow. I just want to be super clear on your position. Do you want to...
Thomas Massey also warned about this, and I believe him. He said that the reason why he's like now on board with releasing the files is because he commanded the DOJ to conduct an investigation, and therefore part of the reason why Donald Trump asked for a DOJ investigation is because he wants to do some sort of partisan posturing here, right? To be like, oh, it's the Democrats who are also involved in this, yada, yada, yada. But the other reason why he's doing it is potentially because he wants to intervene in the release of certain documents. And the way that he can do that is by claiming that there are documents pertinent to the ongoing DOJ investigation and therefore won't be released. I know he's saying that like it's actually the Democratic Party that is exclusively engaged in the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, and he's going to be the one to uncover it, blah, 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 all this stuff. But the way he has mishandled the release of these documents from the start has created too much suspicion. Okay. So good luck to him in terms of changing people's attitudes on this issue this far into the game. I don't think that that's possible. Do I believe that there's a ton of Democrats involved with Jeffrey Epstein? Absolutely. I know that for a fact. Trump's a horse would probably piss off his base less than him off Bill Clinton. Probably. I also think that I forgot what I was going to say. Goddamn, what the f going on in my brain? Horse on a couch is crazy. He's doing a Impact Summit with McDonald's executives at 6 p.m. EST. An hour from now. Nice. I need this mystery resolved instantly. It's the craziest mystery for any president by a mile. It's not even close. I mean, the Epstein stuff is not like, I don't think Donald Trump's off Bill Clinton. I'll be honest. Will that stop me from entertaining that conspiracy? Of course not. I'm going to absolutely continue leaning into it. Okay. Having said that, Having said that, yeah, Bill Clinton or a horse? I don't know. Who cares? I care more about the release of the Epstein files. I am worried that Donald Trump's going to do everything he can to stop the release of the Epstein files.
That passed the Senate. Would you sign that bill if it gets to your desk?
I do want to. Here's what I want. We have nothing to do with Epstein. The Democrats do. All of his friends were Democrats. You look at this Reid Hoffman. You look at Larry Summers, Bill Clinton. They went to his island all the time, and many others. They're all Democrats. All I want is for people to recognize the great job that I've done on pricing, on affordability, because we brought prices way down, but they're going way lower, on energy.
You don't understand? Is a ruling class thing. I think the plan is to say they can't release the files because of active investigation. Yes, that is the plan. Yes. No, for sure. He wants to change the discourse around these files by being like, it's the Democrats exclusively that are pro Jeffrey Epstein, all this stuff. But then also, he wants to cast the blame on the Democrats alone. That's number one. And number two, he wants to he wants to stop the release of all these files because there's an active investigation going on. Sorry, now is not the time. Yeah, he used the same excuse for not releasing his taxes as well. The love for dick is bipartisan, I guess. What?
On ending 8 wars and another one coming pretty soon, I believe. We've done a great job. And I hate to see that deflect from the great job we've done. So I'm all for it. You know, we've already given 50,000 pages. You do know that. Unfortunately, like with the Kennedy situation, with the Martin Luther King situation, not to put Jeffrey Epstein in the same category, but no matter what we give, it's never enough. You know, with Kennedy, we gave everything and it wasn't enough. With Martin Luther King, we gave everything and it's never enough. We've already given, I believe the number is 50,000 pages, 50,000 pages. And it's just a Russia hoax as it pertains to the Republicans. Now, I believe that many of the people some of the people that we mentioned are being looked at very seriously for their relationship to Jeffrey Epstein. But they were with him all the time. I wasn't at all. And we'll see what happens. What I just don't want Epstein to do is detract from the great success of the Republican Party, including the fact that the Democrats are totally blamed for the shutdown. You know, they cost our country hundreds of billions of dollars with that, at a lot of inconvenience. So I'm for I don't, they can do whatever they want. We'll give them everything. Sure, I would. Let the Senate look at it. Let anybody look at it. But don't talk about it too much because, honestly, I don't want to take it away from us. It's really a Democrat problem. The Democrats were Epstein's friends, all of them. And it's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax. And I don't want to take it away from really the greatness of what the Republican Party has accomplished over the last period of time. Yeah,
Mr. President, on affordability.
Overnight, a major reversal from President Trump.
I don't care about it, released or not. What I think you should do, if you're going to do it, then you have to go into Epstein's friends, this read.
What is the audio on this? Why does he sound like that? They used AI to remove background noise?
Hoffman spent a lot of time on the island. I was never on his island. Bill Clinton went there supposedly 28 times.
Trump last night making his new position clear. House Republicans should vote to release the Epstein files because we have nothing to hide, and it's time to move on from this Democrat hoax. It comes ahead of tomorrow's expected vote in the House on a bill that could force the release of all of the Justice Department's files on Epstein. The lead Republican co-sponsor of the bill says more than 100 Republicans may support it.
You will have voted to protect pedophiles if you don't vote to release these files. The record of this vote will last longer than Donald Trump's presidency.
Trump this weekend attacking his former ally, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, calling her a lunatic and a traitor after she supported releasing the files.
I believe the country deserves transparency in these files, and I don't believe that rich, powerful people should be protected if they have done anything wrong.
Greene saying since Trump's attacks, she's received multiple threats, saying this puts blood in the water and creates a feeding frenzy, and it could ultimately lead to a harmful or even deadly outcome.
I don't think her life is in danger. I don't think.
Sounds like some major redactions have taken place. I mean, I think it's not the redactions that are going to be taking place. I think it's more so that there will be some aspects of the documentation that will not be released. They will probably comb through everything that's like really bad for Trump or embarrassing for Trump and take them out before the full release takes place. And then when asked why certain parts of the files were not released, they'll turn around and say, because there's an active investigation going on. I think that's what's going to happen. Like, and that is if the Senate votes for it. And then that is if Trump votes for it. Okay? Because remember, that's also another part of this. That's also another part of the story. Because it's going to be voted on in the House. And then it's going to be voted on in the Senate. And then Donald Trump is going to have to approve it. He's going to have to sign it. Let's say all of that takes place. I do think that if all of that were to take place, it would still have to have a significant amount of redactions. I just don't think that Donald Trump is going to let this information come out.
Frankly, I don't think anybody cares about her.
Trump says he cut ties with Epstein after a decade-long friendship because Epstein and his accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell were luring away women and girls who worked at Mar-a-Lago. Trump claims at the time of Epstein's arrest in 2019, he hadn't spoken with the notorious offender in 15 years. But the House Oversight Committee has released documents subpoenaed from Epstein's estate, many of which mention Trump by name, sparking new questions about his relationship with Epstein.
I suffered so much pain.
As pressure mounts, this new video shows 8 Epstein survivors advocating for the release of the files.
I was 14 years old.
I was 16 years old.
I was 16.
17.
14 years old.
The women holding photos of their younger selves, reciting their ages when they met Epstein.
It's time to bring the secrets out of the shadows.
The video ending with this message: 5 administrations and we're still in the dark. Even if the House passes the bill to release the files, it still needs to pass the Senate, where its fate has been unclear. It would then head to President Trump's desk for his signature.
For more on all this, let's bring in our chief Washington analyst, Robert Costa. Bob, good morning to you. Thank you very much for being here. So what are you hearing from inside the White House about this shift from the president and the impact of that split that had been there among Republicans?
Good morning. In short, so many of my sources close to President Trump, they say the president wants to move on. He's frustrated by all of this. He knows there's a clamor in many parts.
This is way worse than Watergate. This is a systematic conspiratorial cover-up. Chatter. I don't know how to explain this to you at this point, but there's a Watergate that takes place in this administration pretty much twice a day. Okay? Watergate only matters if we have competent institutions and confidence in said institutions. Watergate only happens in a country that has a media infrastructure that still believes that like politicians are supposed to operate a certain way, a public that is demanding accountability from their politicians, and a capacity to be shocked. Politicians that also are invested in abiding by norms and rules and standards. Just like you can only blackmail someone who has a sense of shame, and you can't blackmail someone who has all of their dirty laundry out in the open and is shameless about it. Pete Hegseth comes to mind. You can't do a Watergate style situation in an administration that does Watergate every day, sometimes twice a day, and has completely bricked the little fabric, the pieces of fabric that have held American society and American governance together. The president cut Switzerland's tariffs after Rolex's CEO gave him a priceless gold clock. Like, that is not even remotely near the top news story of the day, right? During the Watergate era, that would have been it. That would have been a impeachment. That would have immediately called into question the mental acuity of the president, brought up on corruption charges. It's just not even a thing. Not a good look, but it's a good opportunity story. I have taken a job at Gabe's yacht hospital. Gabe Newell has confirmed delivery of his $500 million super yacht. Leviathan, 111 meters long, has a hospital and a science lab, a basketball court, 15 PC gaming stations. Andrew, congratulations on your new job at Gabe Newell's yacht hospital. Why the f does he have a yacht hospital, dude? He runs a marine company. It's not personal use. A marine company. Apparently it's for oceanic research. The yacht will be a science lab with aims to study the ocean, not just for fun. He has a whole armada, man. No joke. Like 30-something yachts. He purchased the yacht company that built his personal mega yacht. If you have to ask, you can't afford it, bucko. Yeah, no dude. Yeah, by definition, that is literally like 1,000 people on the planet. You're describing something that only 1,000 people on the planet have the capacity to purchase. Hey, dude, not me. I'm different, bro. I have like 15 yachts, actually. Bro said he has an armada. What the God. The yachts need a yacht hospital because he gave his yachts health care. He's like James Cameron, obsessed with deep sea and revolutionary research, lol. He's also lived at sea since his wife divorced him in 2019. Gabe is trying to find real-life Bioshock? Yeah, maybe. You know you made it when your side yacht has healthcare? Steam records like 3.5 million profit per head. No other company comes even close. Yeah. Valve is such an interesting company because it was literally designed as a cooperative corporation. And Giannis Varoufakis, Valve was designed as a cooperative corporation, and Giannis Varoufakis actually played a role in the economy of Steam. OnlyFans is better than Steam now in terms of profit per employee. I've accepted a position as a pharmacy benefit manager on Gabe Newell's mega yacht hospital. Gabe gets to go last. He gave us a lot of good. The Gabe Cube is coming. I mean, the Steam Deck is insane. It's truly, truly revolutionary. It's everything that I always imagined I would have in the future when I was a child. It's what I thought the PSP should be like. Obviously, the PSP, unfortunately, was too forward thinking at a time when technology did not permit what it could be. So I will always have respect for Gaben. You never had a 3DS? No. My PSP just had Mario Ozawa videos and Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Mario Ozawa videos. Valve is objectively good as it is now, but nothing stops it from becoming a corruptive monopoly. Yeah, you're just describing how capitalism works. That is unironically what you just described is unironically one of the aspects of capitalism that we criticize all the time. It's the same with me. Like, I run a cooperative. I don't have to, you know? Like, I don't have to. It's just up to me, right? I wanted to do it because I think it's best. I think it's a good way to operate a business. But the problem is that's still up to the individual, the business starter, right? It's absolutely disgusting to watch Gaben flaunt his wealth like this while the rest of us toil away with now worthless knives. It does not matter if the company is literally entirely populated by angels. If the company is not dissolved at some point, it will become an oppressive monopoly. Are you going to let Gaben one-up you with that yacht purchase? I think so. I think I'm going to let him have this one because he hasn't been having the best time since he got a divorce in 2019, apparently, as I found out. So, Unc, I've been getting ideology shop ads on my TV. What? No shot.
the right to get more information about Jeffrey Epstein. At the same time, he feels Republicans should be talking more about the economy, more about his record, more about what he's doing on foreign policy. And this really is about a rift. President Trump and his allies say what he's doing in his administration is all that matters, yet this has been going on for so many years with Epstein, and Republicans aren't ready to shrug it off.
It's remarkable that post-shutdown, the longest in our nation's history, this is the first order of business for Congress. But, Bob, I want to get your reaction, actually, to the shutdown, the politics coming out of it. More than half of Americans, according to a new CBS News poll, believe that President Trump and Republicans got more of what they wanted from the shutdown than Democrats. However, health care still a big concern. 65% are worried insurance premiums are going to go up. So what do you make of all that fallout from the shutdown? Who's winning, who's losing?
Well, Tony, Democrats and Republicans are not only watching that poll from CBS News, they're also looking at the New York mayoral race with Zohran Mamdani running on affordability, Democrats in Virginia and New Jersey in recent weeks doing the same. And they know that when these health care premiums start to rise, that both parties could pay political pain if it isn't addressed by Congress. So you could see some momentum for some kind of deal on health care exchanges, I'm told, in the coming weeks ahead of the next possible government shutdown, because this is the battle for the working poor and the working people across this country as they both of these parties head into the 2026 midterm elections. If you don't have answers on health care and affordability, many lawmakers feel their careers could be on the line.
Yeah, beyond the politics is people's real lives. Bob, thank you very much.
The world's largest aircraft carrier, the nuclear-powered Gerald R. Ford, is now in the Caribbean within striking distance of Venezuela. CBS News' Charlie D'Agata is in Puerto Rico watching the U.S. military buildup, and his new comment.
Did you read the tea leaves for Trump not wanting the files to drop? He's bluffing hard. He knows he's able to stall in time to cover up his name for everything. Yeah, I told the tea leaves is that he's going to try to use the DOJ investigation as a reason to. He's going to use the DOJ investigation as a reason to not release the files. That's what you're going to do. He's going to say, "Oh, there's a DOJ investigation. There's a DOJ investigation." Hasan, you officially fell off. Gaming with Graham. My first stream tonight is at 7 p.m. with the Independent Volunteer Discord. I'll be playing Helldivers with Bajira, Wow, and Trihex. Nice. That's sick. My goat, Trihex. Kash Patel releases evidence from ongoing investigations on Twitter constantly. That's true. Kash Patel does love releasing releasing evidence that he's not supposed to be releasing. He does love doing that, but I don't think he's going to be doing that on this one. Considering that the investigation in and of itself is only being, considering that the investigation, or rather the only reason why the investigation is being released or starting is so that Donald Trump doesn't have to release any of the information that's pertinent to him. Nicki Minaj will speak at the United Nations on behalf of the Trump administration. I can't tell if that's a joke or not. That's a little bit confusing. I'm not gonna lie. I do know that she has defended the Trump administration quite a bit. TMZ actually reported it. We live in hell, dude. We live in hell.